Liu Gao Jie is my friend, and he trained for a long time at the Shaolin Temple. He's an excellent athlete, an amazing martial artist. I mean, the way that these Shaolin monks can move is incredible, and I can never develop that type of movement. They aren't primarily fighters, though, so when we spar like this, we have to be really careful. We're just going easy, and it's not the same as when I'm going with the Thai boxers. The main thing that we're trying to do here, though, is to give Liu Gao Jie an opportunity to show us the difference between Sanda and Muay Thai. The primary difference seems to be the throws. He's got really amazing throws, and although I'm sometimes giving up a leg, allowing him to catch it so that he can throw me, I am resisting on the throws, and yet there is no way to resist. He's really good at sweeping. When I was at Shaolin Temple and I was training in Sanda there, I was trying to teach those guys a little bit about MMA and Ziyou Bodji and showing them how we do ground fighting. And it's just the concept's not even in their mind, because to them, as soon as you're on the ground, the fight's over. Somebody's already lost. And so getting them to start on the ground or whatever, they just didn't understand it. And so Gao Jie is really interested in any kind of fighting art that I want to show him, and he really likes this stuff. Even with him, it'll take some training and some experience for him to get used to the idea of sort of laying on your back and fighting. The Shaolin monks are basically cloistered. They're living a very separated existence where they're inside of this temple and they're not getting a lot of exposure from the outside world. There are Taekwondo teams and Sanda teams at the temple. I don't know if there are judo teams as well. There may be, though, because of the Olympics, but apart from that, they really don't have any experience with other martial arts or other kinds of fighting. They haven't even seen it, and they only see maybe an hour of TV a week, and they're not watching UFC and things like that. So to get these guys to understand that there's other stuff in the world was always a problem. And if you read my book, The Monk from Brooklyn, I talked about that a lot, that when I was in the temple that they hadn't seen anything, and yet they were convinced that Shaolin Kung Fu is the most powerful fighting art on the planet. In the case of Liu Gao Jie and these other monks that are living in Thailand, clearly they've seen Muay Thai and they're much more aware than other people are.
Oh my god. Burnt the next skin off his leg. Liu Gao Jie. Now most people would know when to just get taken down. I'm gonna keep going till I win. Liu Gao Jie.
这个是摔法的一种，因为我们在近距离全部都是摔，那你的力气很大，我没有办法，就是说跟你靠近了以后，摔不倒的情况下，一直像这个动作，我就一种全身的动作，力量加重，
所以现在
你起不来，不好起来。
He said that my power, my overall body power, obviously is a lot more than his, because I'm bigger. But he can lock that in so tight that I can't get out. And that's the main thing. He's like riding me like a horse.
It's still funny that when we're doing the self-defense applications, I'm basically letting him take me to the ground and stuff because we're trying to demonstrate the technique. But they really believe in these techniques, and they believe that they can win using these techniques, and no one's ever taught them any differently, and no one's ever taught them that you can go to the ground and then the fight keeps going, and that's what the problem is, that these guys will get the sweep, they'll get the lock, they'll get the whatever it is, but then they stop and they separate and they stand up again. And I think it really surprised him when we kept fighting on the ground, and he realized that there was this whole other dimension to fighting that he had no experience with.
不丢的话，还有一点。 可以，每个动作就是灵活运用。
对。
也不是说我就练这个动作，我一下死练不行。灵活。
He says that every single movement has its own special use, and I think too he's sort of saying that like every art has their own thing. So I didn't use the MMA technique when we were sparring because that wouldn't be fair. But every art has its place.
我挺厉害的，把我的破掉了。
He's got a phenomenal strength to body weight ratio. I literally cannot pull this apart, okay? He's way stronger than me on this. But if we're fighting for real, what I'm going to do is, number one, I have to put my chin here so I can breathe.
加紧。
OK， 没有问题，我可以呼吸。这样子，对。
就这样可以。
Okay, you see, I just turn my head so I can breathe. That's number one. Number two, I get here to get control of his elbow. I'm going to get my other hand here, and then I'm going to try and get one leg around, and I'm going to fall back. And then once we're on the ground, then I can go for what I know. Something like this.
But these guys are so great, and if they were to choose to become fighters, I mean, they could do it so easily because they're so fit and strong and flexible, and those straight kicks that he does would really surprise a Muay Thai fighter or some other kind of fighter, and obviously you could learn to do the Muay Thai kicks on top of that. But one of the nice things is that because they chose not to be fighters and not to do the Muay Thai, and that their careers will keep going until they're 90 years old, they can continue to teach Shaolin Kung Fu. Whereas the Muay Thai fighters that I interview, I mean, when they're 26, 27 years old, they're already done. Their whole martial arts life basically is over at that point, and these guys can keep going and going and going.
One of the problems with teaching the MMA or Ziyou Bodji in China is in their Sanda rules, if we both fall on the ground, then there's going to be no points.
下线。
再一次。Okay, that's 3 points. It's 3分，对不对？
对。
It's 3分。
3分以下就对。
Yeah, knock somebody out of the ring is 3 points, and literally you see the fights really looks like this.
一下这里一下就晕了。
It's gonna chop right here into my muscles up here.
这里如果说速度快一下，这打这里会晕的，这样会痛。
Jesus.
And it gives you a nerve blow.
God, man. Yeah, and he's only hitting it a little bit, and it hurts like hell.
他是这样，你打这里会晕，然后这样打也会晕。这里可以三角，这是一个三角。
There's a triangle right here, and that's where he's gonna get a knockout.
这里也会，然后这边也会，然后中间这里也会，然后这里，这个地方也会。1、2、3，这里就不用说了，肯定。
And this is his like best thing, man.
这最简单了。
That thing hurts so much. 再一次。
对，这样打这里，1、2、3、4。这个部位。OK， 这里对不对？没有，要用力嘛。OK， 打这里。对不对？没有，这里呢，它这个，你看它这个筋呢，这个是个筋，它是通向这个头部的。
He's saying that there's nerves in here that go all the way up into your head, and that's why when you really.
所以说你把这个打一下，然后它这个血呀，不流通了。
He said that if he hits you here, then the blood actually doesn't flow.
所以说这里缺氧啊。
对呀。
缺氧它就会晕。
对呀。这里也有，对不对？
对。
这里
缺氧。
你有吗？
有啊，
你可以。
它是这个距离，它是一条线的，这是一条线的，这是一条线。
So he's hitting a vein or an artery.
它这个线对不对？从这里对不对？从这里然后一直上去的。
对。
一条线。
有。
这走。可以大一点点。
可以大点力啊。
一点点。I even like the sound of that.
1, 2, 3, 4.